Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samar News. Here are today's headlines. Russia has launched a massive drone and missile attack on Kyiv, killing 4 people and wounding dozens in strikes on energy facilities, apartment buildings and infrastructure. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the Russian forces used 430 drones and 18 missiles, making the attack one of the biggest on the capital so far. Kyiv was responding with long-range strikes, he said, urging allies to toughen sanctions on Russia. The Air Force said most of the drones and missiles were shot down, but officials said falling debris and fires damaged high-rise apartments, a school, a medical facility, and administrative buildings across 9 districts in the city of about 3 million. Japan will suffer a crushing defeat by the Chinese military if it tries to use force to intervene over Taiwan, as China's defense ministry ramps up the rhetoric over Japanese Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi's remarks about the island. Takaichi sparked a diplomatic row with Beijing with comments in Parliament last week that a Chinese attack on Taiwan could amount to a survival-threatening situation and trigger a military response from Tokyo. Chinese Defense Ministry spokesperson Jiang Bin said that Takaichi's words were extremely irresponsible and dangerous. The US government has hired 50,000 employees since President Donald Trump took office, with the new staff largely in national security positions, reflecting the administration's policy focus. The bulk of the new hires work at immigration and customs enforcement. The staff changes are part of Trump's campaign to recast the government, while sharply cutting other federal jobs. The US and South Korea have released details of a trade agreement that includes a $150 billion Korean investment in the American shipbuilding sector and an additional $200 billion earmarked for industrial sectors. The joint announcement followed a meeting in October between South Korean President Lee Jae-myung and US President Donald Trump, where they agreed to a deal that would cut American import duties on South Korea's products to 15% from 25%. 3 Chinese astronauts whose return to Earth was delayed by space debris hitting their vessel last week have boarded another spacecraft and are expected to land in China today. The China Manned Space Agency also revealed details about the debris damage for the first time, saying tiny cracks were found in a small window of the Shenzhou 20 spacecraft's return capsule. Russian air defense forces claim to have shot down or intercepted 216 Ukrainian drones overnight. The Defense Ministry said it brought down 66 drones over Russia's southern Krasnodar region, where officials earlier said an oil depot and port had been targeted. The governor of Russia's Saratov region said that drone attacks had damaged civilian infrastructure, while the head of the Volgograd region said that air defences had repelled an overnight drone attack on energy infrastructure. The United States has said that it will remove tariffs on some foods and other imports from Argentina, Ecuador, Guatemala and El Salvador under framework agreements that will give US firms greater access to those markets. The agreements are expected to help lower prices for coffee, bananas and other foodstuffs, while the administration expected US retailers to pass on the positive effects to American consumers. The framework deals with most of the 4 countries, should be finalised within the next 2 weeks. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samar.tv. Thank you for watching Samar News.